After the wholesome family fun that was Spy X Family, we unconsciously forgot the kind of world fictional spies lived in. And to be honest, I definitely was not expecting a Cute Girls Doing Cute Things show from 2017 to come and remind me about it. Princess Principal is the show about 5 girls acting as spies for the Commonwealth against the Kingdom in an alternate version of England. The story of the main series is mainly centered around a plot called Operation Changeling, where they plan to swap out the Princess of the Kingdom with a doppelganger. The show follows a non-linear episode-by-episode storytelling format, and each episode and arc covers its own story, very similar to how a regular slice of life would play out. I found it weird that despite the show having aired in 2017 and having multiple follow-up movies both released and planned, it never showed up on my radar until now, but I'm glad it did because this unique little cast of characters had me invested almost immediately, and no, it's not because the main character had silver hair. Okay, maybe a little. Princess Principal is amazing in the sense that not only does it keep your brain moving the entire time with elaborate plots that you sometimes can guess and sometimes come out of absolutely nowhere, it also does not hold back on the pulling of heartstrings. Hardly any arcs in the story have happy endings, and I feel like the real element of surprise is just how much the writers were able to make us care about minor characters. So frankly, it's one hell of a fun watch, so if you haven't already, go do that before you watch the rest of this spoiler-heavy video. I will not be covering the movies in this video, but you should still watch them. So now that that's out of the way, let me explain what I mean by minor characters. Each and every character that is killed off in the show is killed off with a direct blow to the feels. They might be villains, bad people, or sometimes even good guys that you had no idea were going to get killed off, but each time it happened, you would feel it, right in the chest. Whether that's being Jubei, who's killed by his own daughter, Dorothy's dad, who got done seriously dirty even though he was a total scumbag, or Eleanor, whose death was honestly fucking depressing. All of the alleged antagonists in this show are all tools to make us see the conflict from a different lens, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. I mean, the first episode warned us that the show was going in this direction, but it really didn't prepare us for any of it. All of the arcs in the story serve to remind us that despite the main cast of the show being 5 cute girls with their own cute little quirks who do cute things from time to time, this is still a spy anime with actual spies living in a time of war. Tragedy was basically the average Tuesday, and this show definitely did not hold back on the tragedy. But that's enough about plot. I want to talk about the masterfully written friendship that is Ange and Charlotte, which also serves as the core for the idea of Operation Changeling. And for the sake of not blowing a blood vessel in my brain thinking about it every time, we're gonna call Ange Princess and Charlotte Ange. The rest of this video is gonna hurt a lot if you didn't watch the show. You see, the two of these characters are actually childhood friends who were separated by the rebellion, which started when Princess had been pretending to be Ange and Ange had snuck out of the castle. Princess and Ange's relationship single-handedly kept me invested throughout the entire season. Not only are we caught completely off guard every single time new info is revealed about the two, due to Ange's extremely successful attempts at confusing everyone, us included, so Princess and Ange met as kids, with Princess being a pickpocket and Ange being the princess. Yeah, okay, bear with me here, I know it hurts already. The two quickly became friends because of how identical they looked, and they would play together, running away from guards and confusing the poor people working at the royal family at the time. One day, Ange decided that she wanted to go out into the world, switching roles with Princess, and it also happens that on the same day, the revolution begins and tears the two apart. Now with Princess, the original Ange, being forced to play the part of Princess Charlotte, and Ange, the original Charlotte, taking up the role of the pickpocket and later spy in order to meet her friend again. This is where the main story starts in the second episode, which introduces us to our main cast. Ange returns with the intention of escaping the whole thing, with Princess moving up to Casablanca and never being seen again. Turns out that Princess had her own ideal she wanted to see through, taking up Ange's wish from 10 years ago to become queen and change the country despite being fourth in line. Princess had grown fond of the country that she was forced to watch over and intended on seeing her friend's dream be realized. Both of them carry regrets of making the other go through what they did, which they attempted to rectify in their own ways and not blaming the other at all. Ange regrets putting Princess through all that stress and family drama, and Princess regrets forcing Ange to go down the route of a pickpocket in these tough times. But here's where their different ideas of atonement clash. While Princess accepted her responsibility and took on little Ange's dreams, all Ange wanted was to be with her friend again. She attempts to escape with Princess multiple times and is forced to accept that her friend no longer wanted that. Ange, who I totally pinned as a Mary Sue at the start of the story, ended up being probably the best character in the entire show. Didn't really expect to see anything like that coming out of a show like this. And trust me when I say I tend to see a lot of things coming when it comes to anime. So, in case you somehow made it through the entire video without going to watch the show yourself, I really enjoyed watching Princess Principal. It's a show that kept me pressing the next episode button the whole way through, and one that kept me invested the entire time due to its unpredictable twists. So if you haven't already, I highly suggest going and watching the show right now. Anyway, that's about all I had to say. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. My name is Sue, and I'll see y'all next time.